Welcome to the Tim Weichselbaum Show. My name is Tim Weichselbaum. This is episode 11. And yes, that is how you pronounce my last name. It's Weichselbaum with a V. I don't actually pronounce it that way in real life. If somebody asks me how to say it in real life, I just go, it's Weichselbaum, which is hard enough to say. Weichselbaum. You gotta really rack your throat to say that word, and it's a bad word. Sounds like an insult. Hey, you Weichselbaum. It's like, what'd you just call me? Oh, that's my name. That's my that's my surname. Anyway, we are officially an unofficial sponsor of Versace clothing, men's and kids' clothing, women's clothing, I guess, if you're into that. It's expensive, but this shirt that I'm wearing right here was not actually expensive, even though it's legit. It's a legit product made by Versace, and I only wear it because most people do not. That's it. If everyone wore this, if this was like Polo, if this was like, I don't know, like what's Gap. Oh, I'm wearing my Gap t-shirt. No. I'm wearing it because it's prohibitively expensive, but actually it's not that expensive because I got it on sale, and it's the kid size. This is for 14-year-old boys, which is actually almost too big for me. So that is how you say my last name. And I don't mind if people say it wrong, like somebody said it wrong. Actually, most people say it wrong. I was at an open mic like the day before I got diagnosed with Omicron, and he was like, I know how to say your last. See, it's not that hard. It's Weichselbaum. I was like, that's not how you say it, you fucking idiot. You cocky you're wrong. You think that's how you say it? I was like, no, it's Weichselbaum. He was like, oh, that's how you say it? I didn't know that. Well, I'm gonna keep saying it, Weichselbaum. I'm gonna dead name your name. You know what dead naming is? And they explained to me what dead name. I was like, yeah, good, yeah, good joke. I had just gotten off stage from doing a set, so I was kind of in like an elevated mood. So I just kind of like was very patient with his bad joke. I was like, yeah, Weichselbaum. Yeah, you could keep saying it that way. I don't care, because you're not from Germany. Like, even I'm not saying it right when I say Weichselbaum, because I'm saying it with an American accent. A real German would say it differently, and I would look like an asshole if I said it in front of them. So that's why I need a stage name for my life, for my performer identity. I need a freaking shorthand name to cut out the Jewishness. Not that there's anything wrong with being Jewish, but in this context, there is something wrong with having a Jewish last name. If you're trying to get big and have people remember you, actually, it's good that it's unique. Like Galifianakis. Everyone learned his name. It's not even that hard. Well, it's Sebastian Maniscalco. His last name is not that hard. But even for him, he had to get rid of it. He just goes by Sebastian now. Which is fine, because he's there's not a lot of Sebastians there's not a lot of Sebastians in the world. So, but I can't just go by Tim. Oh, have you heard of the comedian Tim? Tim, that's it. Just he goes by Tim. It's like, no, I haven't. That's stupid. He should get a stage name. So I've been using a stage name sometimes to go on stage, like at open mics, because it's easier to just write a stupid fake name than a real one. I go by tim.com, which is, it's not like a website. It's a reference to somebody else who goes by kim.com. I just stole his pattern and I just stole it from him as a joke to see if he sues me for trademark infringement, because that would give me press. So that is a pretty smart, strategic thing to do. But most people go, oh, do you own the domain tim.com? I was like, no, it's not what it means. It means it's a reference. It's a reference that goes meta. It's not just a website. Of course, I don't own tim.com. That'd be awesome. If I did, I would definitely use that as my stage name. But that website is probably worth like $100,000 at least, literally, something like that. But anyway, this will be a short episode because I'm suffering from chronic fatigue at the moment. It's like this thing that means that you wake up from slumber feeling like crap. So every day I sleep. It doesn't matter how long I sleep. It doesn't matter anything. I wake up, I dream throughout the entire night. It's awful. Some of the dreams are fun, as you know, but who wants to dream for hours and hours through the night and wake up feeling like crap? Nobody wants that. And so it's like the Mitch Hedberg joke. It's like I had a dream that I had to put together like a piece of furniture. It's like, so now I didn't even get any rest. Well, that's real life. That's a reality for me. I'm going to sleep. I'm doing work. My muscles are twitching. I wake up. It's like, what the hell is that? The point of that? I might as well have just stayed awake. Could have been actually doing something in real life instead of in dream world. It doesn't freaking count. So I have chronic fatigue, and I think it always happens when I quit smoking marijuana, which I've not been doing for now. I mean, I'm doing it for a good reason, but I might just go right back now. I got on marijuana. I had other problems. So all it does is shift the problems to different things. I think the solution is to get more cardio. So I'm going to look into not doing that. I'm not going to do it. I hate working out, but I need to do it. I'm more short of breath because of the Omicron. I might get like an exercise machine because I don't like going for walks. I don't like running in public. Fuck. I hate the public. I hate being there. So I might get an exercise machine that's like fun, like kind of feels like a video game, but you run and you work out and you raise your your heart rate or whatever, shit like that. Just so I could actually maybe get some good night's sleep and be be healthy, you know? But yeah. I tried not drinking coffee for about a week. It didn't go well. As soon as I stopped drinking the coffee, had a major headache, and I got COVID like a couple of days later. And I thought the symptoms for COVID was just coffee withdrawal because I had a headache that would not go away. I was like, oh, probably just from not drinking coffee. But then the next day I get a sore throat, so I take one of those at-home lollipop tests, and it turns out it's COVID. But I'm still, so I drank a little bit of coffee just because I had to get to an appointment at 8:30 a.m. in the morning. But I'm back to drinking tea because I don't think coffee is really solving my problems, and I don't want to work up my adrenal glands. But I love coffee, dude. I love mixing it with stuff, mixing it with heavy cream and this stuff called keto chow, which is this powder that just makes it taste super good. So you get a rush of adrenaline, and it makes you want to like focus, and not really focus, but it makes you want to do shit. Makes you want to think of new ideas to save the carbon crisis and the climate change crisis and renewable energy. Because like Elon Musk, like that dude is doing nothing but saving the world. And he's inspirational. Like, he has all the money in the world, but he doesn't care. He happens to have two of some of the most successful companies ever, some of the most valuable companies ever. But that's a byproduct. The money is a byproduct of his providing a valuable product. Not just because he's like, oh, what do I do to get rich? He doesn't care. He invested a lot of money. He invested all the money he made from PayPal into SpaceX and Tesla. And he was less than a week from bankruptcy, in his own words. From losing all of that. That takes balls. So the next time you're talking shit about billionaires, maybe think about it on a deeper level. It's like, well, maybe they actually did something to earn it. And they just have some they weren't just born with a silver fucking spoon in their mouth. And they actually want to improve the world. And maybe it's not all about wearing Gucci and flexing on people in a Tesla. Speaking of which, I was driving my Tesla Model S Plaid just to pick it up from an appointment to get the license plate holder upgraded. And man, is that such a little thing to do. But I was driving behind a Bernie bro. He was driving like a Nissan shitbox. And he had a bunch of bumper stickers that, typical Austinite, like typical radicalized, like, eat the rich, fuck billionaires. We gotta have Medicare for all. And I'm sitting there in my pristine spaceship looking through it with my yoke instead of a steering wheel. And staring at this guy. Well, this guy obviously has a shittier life than me. He just hates his life. That's why he's a Bernie bro. And I'm in my UFO complaining about other shit like him. He's complaining about people like me. I'm complaining about people like him. He was right in front of me. And, I respect people for having their opinions. I just was like, yeah, dude, if this guy was in my position, he would not have those ugly bumper stickers on his car. I mean, I would never have a bumper sticker on my car, only because it's worth a lot more money and because I would get keyed for my opinions. Unless I go to Trump country, I would have a Let's Go Brandon bumper sticker, but hey, then I just look like a Biden supporter because he even said Let's Go Brandon himself. Oh man, that interview, that Christmas interview, whatever, with his wife sitting to the right of him, like nervously laughing and making, like, so worried that he's gonna say the wrong thing, and she's like, go ahead. It's like biting her tongue, and like she didn't. Even then, it didn't help with her being there. He still said, "Yeah, let's go, Brandon." Fucking. So he's got Alzheimer's, but I'm not. But hey, sometimes you just gotta vote the fascist out of office. Thank God we don't have that yellow fascist in office anymore. He was doing bad things for the country. He was racist and a sex offender, let's face it. And I did have to take an Uber like a pleb. I'll say it twice so you know what I'm saying. Because I only have one person in this household. I'm a one-man household, no dependents. I'm the only one licensed to drive a car, and I had to get my Tesla worked on again. Very small, minor thing. They had to redo the PPF on the front bumper because it comes with this hideous front license plate holder that just like juts out, and it's like bulky and ugh. So I wanted to get it removed and replaced with like a fancy minimalistic one. So they did it. I took it to this wonderful business, Taurus Auto Detail, and they did it for free because there was like a slight imperfection in the PPF, this protective film. And so he was like, okay, I'll do that. It'll only take a day. So he did it. He did a perfect job. It looks amazing now. But I had to take an Uber home. I wasn't just going to walk around Austin. It's like, there was nothing to do. The only thing I could think of doing was going to a coffee shop, but I was not drinking coffee. Except to get energy to go to that one appointment, which I did. And I was driving like super careful because I was worried that I was going to... I'm always worried that just the littlest thing will happen, and I'll be like, okay, that's going to cost $10,000. So I had to take an Uber, and so I didn't know anybody else to drive me. at 7:30 a.m. And whenever I get an Uber driver with a low rating, I could always see why they have a low rating. Like immediately, I could tell, okay, that's why you have a low rating. So I got a driver with a 4.90 rating, which is pretty horrible. I mean, it's not horrible, but that's enough where, yeah, you're going to not have a good time. Something's going to happen. And he immediately took a left turn in front of somebody as we were leaving the place. Immediately takes a left turn in front of oncoming traffic. Has to abort. Has to be like, okay, boom. Has to hit his brakes because I could see he's not the best driver. That's just one and then he plays this music and he sang along to every song. You ever get one of these douchebags? So they're so bored, they're not going to talk to the clientele, but they will sing to them. Actually, I didn't mind it. That's not the worst thing in the world. I'd rather him do that than talk to me because I was not in a talky mood. I was not in a chatty mood. I had COVID. I was wearing my mask like you're supposed to, but I could have still been contagious. But he had a soothing voice, dude. He was playing some R&B songs. He was like, hey, baby, you my baby. And I actually kind of enjoyed it. I was like, this is not that bad. But then he changed it into something that was too annoying. Like fucking hey, dude, I'm not in the mood to listen to DMX at 8 a.m, dude. Okay, so I gave him, and he drove fucking out of control. He drove way too fast. He jerked around the freaking roads. I was like, moving out like, dude, this is obnoxious. Dude, I had my gun on me. You're not supposed to bring guns in an Uber, but I forgot. I didn't know that. And so I was freaking pissed off. So he was going 40 miles an hour in a residential. So I gave him 3 stars, and I don't feel any bit of remorse for it. Fuck him, dude. I need to get rid of I would have rather waited an extra 2 minutes to get a competent driver. So I don't give a fuck if that fucks with his income, dude. Fuck him. And then I took another Uber to pick up the car, and he was better, but still drove like an asshole. But I don't even remember rating him. So anyway, the same person actually. I told another person another time that I was not visiting my family for Christmas. And I didn't. I stayed here the entire time. Fuck Christmas. Fuck the holidays. And he said, do you not like people? And I was like, what does that have to do with visiting my family? Like, no, I don't like people particularly, but my family's not people. They're my family. That's a huge difference. Like people. So do I not like people? Yes, I like people. Every once in a while, I do like people. Going through life without any communication with other people is torment. It's absolutely awful. So I was like, are you retarded? Like, do I like people? But anyway, I guess there is a difference. But also, it is weird to not see my family for like a whole year. So I'm thinking I probably will visit them at least next holiday. But I don't want to go in the winter. That's another thing. So I'm probably going to visit my family in Chicago, what's left of them, next spring. Yeah, like when it gets nice there. Because it's always kind of nice here. But yeah, I don't really have I don't miss Chicago. I don't miss anything about it. I don't miss the winter. My mom sent me a picture of the snow in Chicagoland. She was like, "Look what you're missing." I was like, and I just said, "Yep." It's like, I don't miss driving in the snow. I don't miss the winter wonderland. I don't. I don't give a fuck. It's been in the mid 70s in Texas, and it's going to drop to the high 20s for like a day next week. And I think I can handle that. As long as I don't have another apocalypse like like February of this year. Oh, man. As long as that doesn't happen, then I think we'll be fine. Texas is the shit. And what's going around right now, aside from COVID, which we'll get into, it's called cedar fever. And it's what they call the Jesus Christ, I cannot think of the word. The allergies. That's what they call it when there's allergies. And it's pervasive and everyone gets it. I don't know if I have it at the moment. I might. That might be causing some of my fatigue symptoms, my shortness of breath, which I have. Or it could be COVID. I don't know. It's hard. Nobody knows. Because Omicron has the same symptoms as a freaking common cold. So that's a thing that people are like, hey, COVID or shit allergies. Well, it's probably both. But also it's probably COVID because that shit is surging like crazy right now. It's So I don't know why I'm yelling so much. I am short. I have less energy than I did a week ago, but I am on day 8 of Omicron, or Comicron as I've been calling it. So technically, I'm not out of the woods. But I survived, I guess, because unless it makes a sneaky comeback in the next week, which I don't know, it's not impossible. I'm totally asymptomatic at this point, and according to the CDC, that means I don't have to quarantine anymore. So if I want, I could go trolling for pussy on the December 31st. I could go live it up and party if I want. It feels awesome to have gotten the newest variant nice and early, because now I don't have to worry about it anymore. Don't have to worry about giving it to anybody. I can go out, do whatever I want. I could have sex with somebody who has it. That's pretty cool. Maybe they're not in the mood to have sex. Okay, I'll do something for you. I'll do something erotic. I'll take care of you. And, I don't know, get paid in sex, in other words, when you're feeling bad. But that's kind of cool. I could do COVID positive dating. That's a great thing to do. It's I got it. You got it. Let's hang out. I'm over it. Except for the shortness of breath. I've been doing the Wim Hof method. I can no longer hold my breath for 2 minutes. I have to bail out at 1:30. So that is either from the COVID or from these weird, from the cedar fever. I don't know. Either way, I want to do something about it, dude. I don't like that feeling of being out of breath and having fatigue up the ass. I slept so much today, dude. I slept for, oh my God, it's not good. But I am excited that Omicron or Omicron, whatever, is setting the record for new daily cases. It's fun to watch the stats, knowing that I have nothing to worry about. I already got it. Now I could just sit back and wait for herd immunity. I don't know, just something cool, something excited about watching every day. It's boom, new record. Because it's not like people are dying from it. The daily deaths are going down. So it really is now what people on the right said all along. It's just a common cold. Not that it was that before. That's not what it was before, you fucking idiots. You COVID-denying retards who don't understand the difference of a novel corona fucking... Look, it's just the flu. It's no, it's not. Now it is. Now it's less than the flu. So the question is, does that mean the variants afterwards are going to be even less? Is it going to get more severe or less severe? Hopefully less severe. And then we could finally be done with this goddamn thing. I got the Alpha variant in February. And it was way worse. Like, it caused these neurological and psychological problems that totally ruined me as a person. Like, they fucked up my confidence. I started getting super anxious, and it made me not want to socialize, maybe not want to do stand-up unless I was drunk. And I finally got over that just like a couple weeks ago. Boom! I get hit with the freaking thing again. But I don't regret not getting vaccinated because I would have probably gotten it anyway. This new variant is very resistant to the vaccines, dude. And these I did get the monoclonal antibody infusion. I got it. I went right after the recording of last week's episode. I drove to this place in Pflugerville, and they gave it to me. They gave me a bunch of shit for not getting the vaccine. These doctors, dude, they're so dogmatic about the vaccine. It's like, dude, it doesn't even do anything. I told them, so I was like, they're like, so do you mind me asking why you did not get vaccinated? I was like, and I just was super honest with them, which I should not have been. I should have been a little more elusive about it, but I just was like, hey, fuck it. Yeah, I'm skeptical I'm just a skeptic. I'm a vaccine skeptic. And that was not the right thing to tell them. They did not like that. They were like, well, there's a lot of misinformation out there. And that the theory that it causes clotting is incorrect. You could actually get clotting from COVID. I was like, yeah. Whatever. But I would have gotten it knowing I would have gotten it COVID again. And they're like, okay. I don't know. They were very condescending. Like, I was just I was just being very open about it. And I was like, yeah, maybe I'll get it. I'll get it though. 90 days or whatever. And I was just paying lip service to them because I wanted the damn antibodies. Because it is not fun to be on the fringe of be just diagnosed with COVID because you don't know how it's going to go. So I was like, I just want the damn antibodies. And so they're like, okay, I'll give them to you, but the vaccine has more evidence that they work. There's been more research done on them than these antibodies, than the infusion. I was like, whatever, dude. Joe Rogan got it. I'm gonna get it. I didn't say that, but that's what I was thinking. So they gave it to me, and they gave me this pamphlet to read, and it didn't say that much about it. It just said there's possible side effects, blah blah blah. There were no side effects. But then, in the middle of them administering this monoclonal antibody treatment, it's in the middle of it. I Google Omicron antibody, and immediately all these articles popped up that said they're not effective against Omicron. It's like you might as well just fucking pray to the prisoner of Azkaban or something. It's not gonna happen. They don't do shit. So I was pissed, dude. I was like, why didn't you tell me this? Like the nurse, I was like, the nurse came in. She was like, how you doing? I was like, so this doesn't help with Omicron. She was like, nah. I was like, why didn't you tell me that? Why didn't you fucking... So it's like, it would have been nice to know that instead of being lectured about the damn vaccination. She was like, well, do you want to talk to the doctor? I was like, yeah. Yeah, I'll ask him the same question I just asked you. They don't have an answer. She was like, I told you to read the pamphlet. I was like, I did. It doesn't say anything. It doesn't say anything about Omicron. She was like, true. She was like, so you just wanted to give me shit because you thought I didn't read the damn thing, even though I did. These fucking doctors, dude. So then the doctor came in and was like, you can't blame me. I was like, relax. He got super defensive, dude. He was like, I was like, did you not know that that this thing that I'm doing is not effective against Omicron? He was like, yes, but it's possibly not Omicron. There's other variants going around. I was like, dude, it's freaking Omicron. And he was like, you can't blame us. You cannot blame us. I was like, I'm not, dude. I'm not playing the blame game. I'm just saying, it would have been nice to, like, why would you not tell somebody? Because he didn't want to give it to me in the first place. But all he cared about was, like, shaming me for not getting the vaccine. I was like, dude, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at myself for not doing the research, but it would have been nice to know. So he was like, you cannot blame us. Like, gave me this robotic response. It's like, I was like, well, what would you do if you were me? Would you be getting this goddamn thing if you were me? He was like, well, I'm vaccinated. It's like, that's not what I freaking asked. I said if you were me. I don't give a fuck about the facts. I'm still not getting the vaccine, obviously, because I'm fine, but like, he was like, well, I would have just stayed home and just taken vitamin D. He was like, well, thank you. That's exactly what I should have done too. Anyway, it just was not a pleasant experience, just being treated like just this whole othering thing of like, oh, you're an anti-vaxxer, so we're not going to give you respect or whatever. They said, you're misinformation. Oh, so all those people who died from the vaccine, they were lying about dying? That's just misinformation. Oh, so nobody's gotten long-term side effects. Nobody's gotten myocarditis from the vaccine. That's just misinformation? Yeah. It's just a one-size-fit-all. It's like, even though it barely prevents Omicron, every single person on the planet should get it. Yeah, I'm sure I feel really dumb because everyone who doesn't get the vaccine is just some dumbass. Anyway, so we do have our guest waiting for a follow-up, but I'm still on a rant. I will get to him in a few minutes. We will be talking about some of this as well. Man, I'm out of breath, dude. Not from COVID, just from being an asshole. I slowly started getting excited. Yeah, I already covered that. I am getting excited to get back into the stand-up world. Now that COVID is going around, there's going to be less people to compete with. Maybe it's a good time to try to do Kill Tony. I don't know. We'll get into that. Fuck it, let's get into that right now. So we're going to try and go ahead and introduce our guest, our follower. He's the first guest, and also he's the first repeat guest, which is pretty awesome. His name is Matt Perez, and here he is. Matt, how you doing today?
Doing good, sir. Doing good. Still alive.
Fuck yeah. Thanks for doing a follow-up.
Fuck yeah.
So so I have a few questions. So first of all, how are you feeling?
Doing good. I took the test.
You took it yesterday. You took it 2 days in a row.
Well, I took one, and I got the COVID. Not good.
Yep, he's got the COVID. It's confirmed. Yep. So we're COVID bros. For reals.
So then I took one Tuesday, and I have a faint little pink line that says, I guess, I'm kicking COVID's ass.
Right, so it's already, yeah. Sorry. It's already going away, it sounds like. I was lighting some incense, so I had to blow it out. Very 70s, retro incense. Yeah. So I only tested once because I only had one test at home, and I didn't feel like driving and trying to get another one because I'm fine. Except for my voice. It's still a little fucked up. So do you have any symptoms to complain about?
I have just like a little bit, it's not a cough. It's just like, it's like post-nasal drippy stuff.
Oh, okay.
But that's not part of COVID, so I don't know what the fuck I got.
I think it is, now that I've read it. I've been reading a lot of other people who have Omicron. I think for Omicron, it kind of is.
I fear so, because it says a cold. I mean,
yeah.
It's symptoms.
Omicron is totally different. Like, it's super divergent genetically from the other strains, and that's why vax people are getting it. So yeah. So it sounds like you're doing pretty well. How about So have you been quarantining still, or did you?
I've been quarantining for the most part. I mean, I did run out of food one day. I had to take my ass to Whole Foods. I had gloves on. I had a hat on. I don't know why I talked about having a hat on. But I had a hat. I wore a mask. It was a cute little kitten mask to let them know I was ferocious. And then afterwards, I left the store, and I even walked outside with my mask still on. I was a crazy person. And outside the store, because just in case I go like, and all of a sudden I just go, and then a lady walks past me and goes, I mean, I don't want that.
So you only did it for the Karen possibility of that happening, not because you thought it would transmit the virus.
The Karen, the Rosa, the Raven, all of them. I have no clue. Like whoever just wants one, they just take one.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, Whole Foods, there's going to be a lot of potential max vaxxers or whatever you want to call them, people that are very shamed.
I was afraid to talk to people.
I bet. And also, so you didn't really consider getting it delivered, even though that's obviously very easy possible. You never done that before, like through Amazon, gotten it delivered?
Here's the thing. I'm poor.
Okay.
I got a car that supposedly, I haven't tested my car yet, but I don't think the car's got anything. You haven't tested it.
You're right. Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, the car. I gotcha.
So I drove my car there, which is not that far from me. It's like maybe like like a 6-minute drive. And I was like, you know what? I mean, I just need to grab some food.
That's fair enough. I'm definitely not judging you for that. I mean, I don't care. I broke quarantine to get food too. I went through a No, I actually went inside a place. I picked up some barbecue, and it was I just needed 3 pounds of meat, but I wore a mask. I was in and out. I barely said anything. I was like, pick up for Tim, and they didn't hear me, of course, so I had to say it loud, pick up for Tim, bitch. And then I checked to make sure there was sauce. I got the fuck out of there. And also, if I did spread it, I don't give a fuck.
I feel like everybody is like getting it though. It's
exactly.
Like, I gotta give it to somebody. You know,
it's a cult.
The season of giving. Like, if we're not giving this thing, then Santa's not going to visit us again.
Yeah, and also at this point, since it has such a low fatality rate, you're kind of helping by spreading it because of herd immunity. The faster we all get it, the quicker it fucking goes away, I hope.
The quicker picker upper, exactly.
So another thing, when you did test positive, what was your reaction? Did you get were you scared at all? Was there any part of you that was anxious about that?
I mean, here, I'll show you these. So this is the first one. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, that is deep. That is strong.
This is some pink.
Undeniably positive.
This is the only thing in my life I've actually been sure about.
Yeah.
And then there's this, which I took Tuesday.
Still positive.
Very faint, though.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very faint.
Oh, that's still, yeah. That's great.
So,
yeah.
The good news is, I mean, because it's on a C. The C means you
control.
Control.
Baseline, yeah.
The T is like little teeny shade of cookie crunchy bits. And then I just like waiting like another week. Monday I'll go out and buy one. They'll probably be out of them, and I'll just say, "Fuck it, I'm clean."
Oh yeah, definitely by then. Especially since they reduced the time that you have to quarantine anyway to 5 days. It's already been more than 5 days. I'm on day 8.
I seen this one. I forget her name, but she's doing a show very soon at the Lincoln Lodge, I think. And I think she had to actually go to see a doctor to see like her status on things or whatever. But she's walking around outside doing her thing. So I mean,
oh okay. If it's someone who works at the Lincoln Lodge, then I think you'll be fine. I mean, comics in general, most of them are pretty anti-quarantine. They don't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah,
that's where you probably got it from. But anyway, my question was, what was your reaction when you got it? Like, were you scared? Did any part of you feel anxious? Because I was a little bit when I tested positive.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little on the side. because you believe the hype and shit. You know, it's like you're like, well, so what happens now? Let's see now.
Yeah.
Okay, I die, but not only do I die, but I die horribly. There's no like happy dying when you get COVID, I guess. You know, it's not like a nice little bullet goes into your brain. You're like, ah.
Especially if you're unvaccinated, because then everyone pisses on your grave.
Yeah.
They celebrate it, dude. Literally, it's scary. It's fucked up.
And I have some small little dicks in my family, so they're gonna have to really like get on their knees and make sure they hit me and stuff. Which,
do you have max vaxxers in your immediate family or friend group that would?
I think everybody. Well, in my immediate family, everybody's vaxxed. I think to the utmost of vaxxed. I don't know, like.
Okay, are they zealous about it though? Like, do they push it on you? Like it's the savior of the. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had my mom nicely say, "Why don't you just be a man for once?"
It's the opposite. Like, no, we're men because we didn't get it.
What does this beard tell you, lady? And she was like, "Eh." I was like, "Well, that's not nice."
I think it's the complete opposite. It takes way more manpower to not get it.
Exactly.
Because it's the social shaman, like we just are talking about.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's, I think I answered your question. It was just one of those like crap. But then it was like, you know what? I mean, we're just going to ride this ride and just enjoy the drive and shit. But the one thing, though, I do have to ask you questions about is, so Texas. That seems like a fun little state right now, huh?
Yeah, I mean, we're still kind of in the middle of the holidays, so there's still a lot of traffic and crazy, unpredictable shit going on. Like, I don't like being on the road because there's probably a lot of drunk drivers, not just drunk drivers, people on random pharmaceuticals, drugs of any kind. Oh man, I'm tripping so hard. You never fucking know. And I drive nice cars. Not to talk shit. Oh shit, my internet just died. Oh, well, I am still recording technically, so it's not a big deal, but it is annoying. But anyway, let's see if it just automatically reconnects. Okay, Jesus Christ. Crikey, McFuckleberry Finn, why would my internet just randomly go out when it's never done that before in the history of the world? But anyway, yeah, I was talking about how people are on just random drugs. And I don't like being on the road. He just asked about Texas in general, and I'm focusing on, like, driving. That's the one thing that comes to mind, is because I don't really do anything.
That's funny. Nope.
Oh shit! Sorry, my internet just completely flatlined. That's never happened before. I am gonna.
Or we said too much.
Yeah, probably. But it came right back. I was like, didn't know what to do. I was just talking to myself. I was like, well, what do I do without a guest? I was like, Texas, blah blah. So anyway, Texas, yeah.
Texas is fun. Very, very few chances of getting the internet into the Lone Star State, eh?
Dude, that's never happened before. I'm gonna call them immediately after this. I'm gonna bitch them out. But anyway, yeah, like technically we had to go back into stage 4 instead of stage 5, whatever the fuck that means. But nobody is gonna follow those rules. Absolutely nobody gives a. Yeah. I mean, there's some liberals in Austin, some radical liberals in Austin, and they could wear their mask all they want. I'll continue to make fun of them. I'll continue to not give a. I'm happy. I'm so happy we both, that I got COVID already. I could do whatever the fuck. I could have sex. Could do whatever.
Nice. The reason I ask about the little Lone Star State known as Texas is I might have to, in 2022, I might have to join you in Texas, buddy. Because I can't do anything in Chicago. I literally can't go anywhere to do stand-up comedy, which if people are listening to this and actually see me do stand-up comedy, like, finally. But, yeah, it's just, because I can't play nowhere. January 6th.
Oh, really?
I think January whatever in Chicago, everything you have to be vaxxed and carded, which.
Wow. And so are the Zoom mics coming back?
I'm the only one that's not vaxxed. Everybody else is going back in like stride and shit, losing their happiness. I'm
Oh,
the one.
okay. So so it's not like the open mics are being canceled. They're just requiring vax cards.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Serious
Fuck that.
north part they're gonna be with it, but I mean,
Good question. Yeah, I'm sure he wouldn't care, the owner personally, but who the fuck knows? He'll probably just do whatever he has to do.
exactly.
Fucking Lori Lightfoot. Ugh, who the hell would want to live there? I mean, that's her face alone is one of the reasons I left. So I got sick of seeing her face. She's a
Yeah, and
hypocrite.
the worst
She
part is
doesn't
you're
wear a
that-
mask.
You're in her face.
What was that?
You're actually at that height where like
Oh,
you
yeah.
actually see her at that face. It's just we could all just look up over. You just be like, fucking twat right in front of me.
Yeah, she's my nobody likes her though. I mean, I wouldn't even want to fuck her just for the power trip or whatever. It's like,
Ugh.
yeah, she's a lesbian. She's a lesbian, but it's, I mean, who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck.
An attractive lesbian.
Very unattractive. I mean, that's
Generous is like, ugh, not on my worst day.
that's one of the types of lesbians that exist. Is the kind that are too ugly to get men, so they just pretend they're lesbians.
Can you imagine that? It's all like, so, you like women? No, but you're the one that will fuck me. So
I'm pretty sure there's science there's data. I'm sure somebody's written their thesis on it. If they are not too cucked by either university and humanities to do that, it's a great thing to write a paper on.
yeah,
It's just edgy. But anyway, so yeah, you should move away from Chicago. That's the first step. I mean, Texas is probably a good bet.
yeah.
I'm trying to think of an alternative to Texas, and there really isn't that many except for Florida.
Yeah.
I would live in the middle of Oklahoma, maybe, if Texas was a no-go. Like, it's fully red.
Yeah. But Texas is cool.
Texas
I've
is
gone-
cool.
I've been there once. I have a friend of mine lives out there besides you. And it was cool. It was just like, I mean, obviously you need a car to live out there, and I have a car, which would be fine. I could just drive down and stuff. But I just have to like dismantle everything here and then go for it, which I sometimes have a hard time doing, but I like stand up a lot. And the fact that I won't be able to probably do it is going to be very sad. But yet I keep writing jokes because, like, I don't know. I don't know if, like, when you were like 10 months into it, you just like, did you write constantly, or did you always like try to figure out one immediately, or how did it work for you?
I wrote constantly and only retained, I don't know, like 1% of what I wrote. Yeah, I would write my whole set every night. I would just do a new set every night.
Yeah, that's
I
what
still
tried.
kind of do. But then if I had a show, which even when I was 10 months in, there were some shows that were very easy to get on.
Yeah.
So for shows, I guess I would compile my best material.
Yeah.
Even then, I thought I was good. I was like, yeah, I'm better than all these motherfuckers. And I would do okay on some shows even.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. I did decent when I did out south one or whatever the last time I did a show, and it was great. I didn't record it because I always think like the second I like say, hey, hold my phone, or hey, can you record me, my brain instantly goes to you're being recorded instead of you're on your shit, you're concentrating, you're focusing on the crowd, you're working, and that fucks with me, I think. So it's like I have to like have somebody literally like, hey, you got me, and then like 2 hours later go on stage and then do it, because then your brain's totally forgot that you asked somebody, hey, can you got me and shit, you know?
Right. You kind of almost have to record every set. Like, do you record audio?
No, I honestly like, because I write everything down. I write them in joke form, so I know all the words I'm saying and stuff like that. So it's more so like I remember if the audience liked it or not, based off that type of thing.
Why don't you just use the voice memo app?
I do that all the time. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But like I mostly I don't like record shows or anything like not record shows. I don't like audio record shows only because I know I'm not there to record. That makes sense at all? So it's the idea I want to work a little harder, get a little better verbally,
Okay.
and then start recording them because I have everything written down already. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the idea of forgetting; it's the idea of just now. I want to actually hear what my voice sounds like
Sure.
compared to the first year of just no. I like because some people like perform on stage and they literally create on stage. I don't do that. Like I write everything down and then take it up. You know what I'm saying? So
Sure.
a little different for me.
I see. For me, once I started recording audio, now I feel bad if I don't record audio. I usually do better if I don't, because I guess there is still a mental hang up.
Right.
Even however long I'm in, I still tend to do better when it's not being recorded, but I feel really shitty if I don't.
Yeah.
And also, just recording it, it's like, yeah, even if you do jokes word for word, you still might hear something in the recording that you didn't realize at the time. You might hear like a pause. You might hear something in the crowd that you didn't hear when you were on stage. Like, oh, that's why it didn't work, because somebody was distracted. I don't know. There's just so many things that I realize afterwards. Like, oh, that's why it sucked. I don't know. But it's good to be comfortable on stage so then it doesn't happen as often.
No, it's true. Yeah. I mean, like, my worst nightmare at the moment is like going up dead last, which is fine. It's playing to comedians that you know are not going to laugh at your shit, but you just have to just get through it. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, like I'm at this spot where like the last time I ever did it, like I did open mic, I did at North Bar, and I bombed pretty nicely. I like literally like I think maybe like 3 minutes or 2:50 into it, I was like, I'm gonna call this one, and I just walked off. And then because like nobody was laughing at nothing, like the 3 people that were there that were just audience members were talking, they weren't even paying attention. I had like 2 people like just. Like I had literally backs. I was looking at backs of people, and I was like, nobody's even listening.
Yeah, it's notorious. That's what it is most of the time. 99% of the time, that's what you get.
And the best part was this. So then, like, I leave, and I forget what his last name, but Jason
Melton,
funny dude, good guy. Really,
yeah,
guy, really nice.
For sure.
He always would give me one, and he still does, because that's cool. I totally get it. He's been doing it for 10 years. I've been doing it for 10 months. Like, yeah, he's supposed to give me a lot of shit. He looked at me and he was like, "Hey man, you ended your shit pretty early, huh? A little early there, huh?" And he walked up. I was like, "No, did I? I thought I ran the light, and you didn't flash it."
Dude, he's definitely gives people shit, dude. He used to be like not like that, but then he became more like edgy, had an edge to him as he got more into, I don't know if it's out of bitterness or what the fuck it is. I love him though. He's funny, and I love talking shit with him as well. But I've just known he used to be like more teddy bear like.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people get reserved, and then they discover Kevin Brennan. It's like, oh, I can act like this. Oh, fuck yeah, I'm gonna act like this then.
I mean, of course, every once in a while you will overstep, and somebody will call you an asshole. But fuck them. That's just part of it.
Yeah, like back in the day, like a buddy of mine would go up at the Lincoln Lodge, and it never failed. Like anytime he would go up and Jason was in the room, he would go up, and then literally Jason would be like next. It never failed. They could have signed in totally different times or whatever. He would be next, and then Jason would just razz the guy like on stage. It was funny, but like my buddy one time got pissed, like, dude, I'm gonna say something to this guy. I was like, no, just let it let it go, man, because it's just.
Even I have done that, though. I've said things to Jason after he said something after my set. He's like, "Give it up for hating women" or some shit like that. It was like, that was hateful. He said something like that. And it rubbed me the wrong way. I was like, it's not, I'm not actually, I'm just joking, right? He's like, yeah, me too. I'm also just joking. I was like, oh, my bad.
It's the razz. It's the, I went up or whatever. I forget, like, I think it was at Pressures Billiards, your favorite stomping ground. And Ricardo was one of the hosts or whatever. And I left the stage saying something or whatever, and he just ripped me a new asshole as I left. And then, like, afterwards, I went up to him. No, I was just gonna say like, "Hey, I thought your shit was funny," and he was like, "Hey, my bad, dude." I was like, "Nah, dude, I totally get it. Like, you're the host. Like, if I leave something up there that's just like, what the fuck, you gotta like give me one and stuff. Like, that's how it works." He's like, "All right, cool, you know that." I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, I mean that is of a universal truth. You're just trying to make the show funny and move along, transition. But there's always times that it bugs the fuck out of me if they say something hack that's also insulting that I've gotten a million times. Like I did a set at a mic just in Austin a couple of weeks ago, and I did a joke about how I started voting Republican, and then they ended the outro. They said, "Yeah, give it up for white supremacy."
Yeah.
Fuck you. So that bugs me kind of because it's hacked.
You know what you should do next?
What?
You can do this with like 3 black people, but don't count them, and have them get MAGA hats, and then do that same thing or whatever, and then have the guy go, "Let's give it for white supremacy," and have all the guys go, "Yeah, fuck yeah," and then like just the look of people like, "Wait, what was happening now?" Just the idea of somebody going, "Wait, you got 3 black guys in MAGA hats going white supremacy? Wait, what?"
Just to confuse the fuck out of the other people. People are idiots, dude. Like, and also in that same night, I did a joke where the setup was this first line was fuck communism, and people booed. It's like, that's how common it is to be pro communism. This shit just makes me angry.
No, yeah.
Which can help the joke. I get like real anger could be channeled into good comedy. That's the hard part.
Yeah, I mean it's like there's there's a point here somewhere. Sorry, on Joe Rogan right now or today, he had Tony Woods on. Tony Woods is a beast. He's the guy that pretty much taught Chappelle how to do it correctly, I guess.
Okay.
And I remember watching, like, I found Tony Woods like maybe 2 months ago because somebody was talking about him, and then like I listened to him, and it was so weird because I was like, "Oh, it's Dave Chappelle," but then it's like, no, it's the older version of Chappelle, and then like it's kind of like a brain fart because you're like, "Wait, this sounds just like Dave Chappelle," but it's the guy doing it before, and then it's like, "Oh wait, this is the guy doing." The guy Chappelle's doing Tony Woods, and I was blown away by that because like everything is there. But the only reason I bring Tony or Woods up or whatever is because like he's telling Joe Rogan something, and then he was saying about like how touchy we've gotten. He's like, "Yeah, man, there's this Kevin Brennan joke that I love," and I was like, "Oh my god, he's naming Kevin Brennan! Fuck yeah, dude!"
Wow.
And the joke is pretty much like how like people like are going to like stuff with stuff, you know. You ever notice that? And like so I meet a girl, right? And then I was like, "Hey, can I kiss you?" And she's like, "Yeah, okay, cool." And then like they're like, "Hey, you want to have sex?" And we're having sex, right? And then as we're having sex, I was like, "Hey, yeah, can I fuck you doggy style?" And she's like, "Yeah, you can fuck me doggy style." I was like, "Cool. Hey, can I fuck your ass?" What? I was like, chicken fingers that such and such. Like I forget like the end part of the joke, which is the worst way to tell a joke, but it's like literally like he tells it like so it's chicken fingers at Pizza Hut, but he like the phrase he says is kind of sticking in your butt. She goes, "What?" It's like chicken fingers at Pizza Hut, and then he's trying to explain this to Joe Rogan. He's just not getting it, but I obviously did a horrible job presenting it too. It just was refreshing just to hear somebody do a Kevin Brennan joke.
Yeah.
on Joe Rogan. I was like, yes, thank you.
I'm sure.
And not only that, Tony Woods to be the guy to do it.
I'm sure Kevin was very happy that happened.
He probably didn't even watch it. I mean,
I'm sure he's heard though. I'm sure it's gotten to him.
I hope.
Oh, trust me, he would love that.
He hates the Joe. He hates any click pretty much, but he loves.
Oh, trust me, he will find out eventually because But the thing is about he used to be just another regular comic that was super respected back in the 90s or whatever, and but then that's why he's so pissed off. That's why he's bitter See, he's not
Well,
famous.
yeah, the thing is, but I guess he says he's always been that guy. He's like, oh, I've always been that fucking guy. And I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'll just fucking be that guy all the time. Can I fucking finish? I'll just be that guy all the time, you fucking cunt.
I mean, okay, yeah, he's always probably been angry.
And it's hilarious, but it's not like anger and just like a guy ranting or something like that. It's just he understands the funniness of things, you know?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it's hilarious, dude. If you get it, then it's funny. Like, well, there goes my internet again. Shit. Well, I guess I need to bitch out Spectrum. If you have Spectrum internet, then this is no surprise to you, because that's the worst ISP. Maybe it's just because like there's like a problem with the cable. Maybe like maybe someone messed with it. It's just outside. Anyone could just take a freaking scissor to it, and that'll fuck up my internet, and I'll have to like call them. But I will be calling them because this has never happened before. I've usually had perfectly good internet on this goddamn thing. But that's why we record to the hard drive. So nothing was really lost except for my conversation with Matt Perez. But I guess it is a good time to wrap it up anyway, because we're at the hour mark. And it's just not very satisfying to have to end it in the middle of a conversation like that. But that's just how it goes sometimes in the future. We are in the future, and this is an internet-based goddamn show. All right, it is starting to come back. I'll just wait a few seconds to see if it comes back, and then if it does, I'll just do a quick sign-off, and then we'll say goodbye to our guest and wish him well, and we will wish Ghislaine Maxwell well as well, because she has gotten a bad... Oh, he's back. All right. Well, that sucks. Right in the middle of a juice.
We can't talk about Corona. We can't talk about Kevin Brennan. God, what can we talk about?
Ghislaine Maxwell. Any quick thoughts on that before we wrap it up? Just because it's,
I know nothing. I mean, they just might as well just throw her in the jail for being just an accomplice, I guess. I have no clue.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty universal feeling on that. I don't think anyone is for like, oh, what a horrible justice system. We need to...
I want to meet the one person who's like, no, let's hear her out.
I would like to at least have heard her out, but she didn't even like go on the stand, I don't think. She didn't even testify.
I wouldn't testify either.
Yeah.
If I was like her, I'd be like, let's take that 5. Let's
also,
5.
It just happened. I think we need to I need to take a few months to think about it before I give my hot take on it. Maybe she is completely innocent.
My thing is, I just need evidence. I just want evidence. That's it. Because like anytime somebody is like, oh, this person did this or this person did that, it's like, I just want the proof that this person did it. Because there's so many people out there that say like, oh, well, this happened to me and this person did it. It's like, okay, well, do you have proof? No.
You kind of need some proof. You can't just be a crazy person and be like vengeful. I mean, because people do that. We know people make up shit.
It's called Snap, the TV show that every man should watch before you get into a loving, trusting relationship. Watch 19 Hours of Snapped.
Okay.
And really test your lady friend out to see how much of a lady or a friend she is.
I haven't heard of that, but I'll check it out for sure. Sounds interesting. Another reason to not get involved with it.
Snapped is great. It's pretty much like half hour of like women trying to kill their husbands.
Oh, really?
Best part is like they get caught and they're like, I didn't do anything. I'm a woman. I don't know no better. My dad touched me one time on my shoulder, said I was a good girl.
Well, yeah, it sounds like something that I would enjoy as part of the manosphere. So I'm for men's rights, baby. Just because we're men doesn't make you walk all over us. Just because we're born with a dick.
Yeah, our only downfall is logic. Ugh.
Exactly.
Why do we have to have so much logic? Why couldn't we just have like some type of emotion and not be so good at parallel parking?
Damn. Oh, yeah, we're good at that, too. We're very good at that.
Damn us. Yeah. Damn us to hell.
Well, anyway, I'll let you go. You look great. Your skin looks
No.
healthy. I'm pale as fuck, but compared to me, you look good.
But I mean,
yeah,
like, I always wonder, how do you keep your skin so not lifelike?
by not going out like a vampire.
Like, your shirt is like whiter than you, but only because like your skin looks off white.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't go out much. I'm afraid of the sun.
I think you should be afraid of the
I
father,
have
not
to.
the son.
Of the what?
The father, not the son.
Oh, the father. Yeah. I take a
The
shitload of vitamin D.
Yeah. Nice,
That's why
nice,
I'm
dude.
still here, baby. So to end really quick, so now that we experienced COVID, I know my answer, but are you gonna get the vaccine?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Why?
Like,
Why the
you
fuck would that convince
and
you?
my cousin both are like that. They're like the same. Like he didn't get their shot either, and he was like, so because you got it, and because like this is all crazy now, you still gonna get it?
Dude,
It's like, no. I was like, I knew it. See, that's why you're a soldier. But right, you're not gonna get it, right? It's like, no.
I actually felt better when I had COVID. Now I'm just back to my regular old fatigue that I always. COVID actually kind of woke me up, perked me up. I actually kind of felt great. So if anything, I'm even less of a likely person to get the jabs, the 3 jabs. Never mind.
That's just
Fuck it.
much. Because
Yeah.
like it's eventually gonna get to like what, 20?
Maybe have you heard of the Novavax?
No, it's that.
That's like one that actually uses like a real vaccine. Like it's actually a weakened version. It's an old school vaccine that they're almost going to release. And it's the one that people who are skeptical are considering taking. Like 4chan is all about it. Like, oh, the Novavax. Maybe I'll get the Novavax. That's the only one I would consider getting, but only if there's like another variant that's like scarier than Omicron.
I mean, it's all. I don't know. In my opinion, it's like, do you think we're gonna be in that era where like people are like, so how many shots have you gotten? Because I've gotten 20.
Yeah.
Like, do you think we're gonna get there? Do you think? Like,
Oh, absolutely, because every year they're going to make you take it, I think.
yeah, right.
Just
I
like
mean,
the
there's gonna
flu.
be.
Yeah.
Then, are people even gonna get flu shots then, or no? Is that like 2008?
I think it'll just become part of that package. Like, okay, you want your flu shot, your COVID shot? No? Well, something like that. It'll become less stigmatized probably as it wanes in severity. But
Yeah.
But also, I guess the only reason you would consider getting it is if you have to stay in fucking Chicago, fascist Chicago.
Yeah, I'm not getting that. I'm just gonna keep writing shit, and then fuck it. Then I might just start driving out to like the burbs or whatever.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
Trump territory.
Yeah,
Hell
drive down to Illinois.
yeah. Well, Texas should stay open for a while, so let me know if you're coming or when you're coming or what your plan is with that. Because I live here and I'll be hitting the mics. I'll be trying to make a big name for myself. And but yeah, thanks for being a guest again. Thanks for doing a follow-up episode in this voyage that we've both been on.
And thank you for letting me know that I was not going to die. You kept sending me all these.
Did I say that? That's right. I remember that. I was like, you'll be fine.
Yeah, you're like, you got this. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. I mean, your exact words, not mine. I don't really partake for that music per se, but yeah, it was good to see you again. See that you've gotten some color in your skin, a lot more white than I remember, and yeah.
What can
thank
I
you
say?
again.
I have no melanin anywhere near me. I farm it. I sell it on the black market, but I don't inject it in my veins. And anyway, thanks for doing it. This has been episode 11 of the Tim Weichselbaum Show, and we are signing off.